prophecy of Mount Zion. The Mount Zion prophecy of the end times is found where Christ takes to Mount Zion, where the armies of the Lord, of the 144,000, come in, take over Mount Zion and Jerusalem with Christ. And this is the same way that occurred with King David. In the book of 1 Chronicles chapter 11, verse 1 through 5, we see an account that is a prophetic foreshadow of the end. It says, Then all Israel gathered themselves to David unto Hebron, saying, Behold, we are thy bone and thy flesh. And moreover, in time past, even when Saul was king, thou wast he that led us out and brought us in Israel. And the Lord thy God said unto thee, Thou shalt feed my people Israel, and thou shalt be ruler over my people Israel. Therefore came all the elders of Israel to the king to Hebron, and David made a covenant with them in Hebron before the Lord, and they anointed David king over Israel according to the word of the Lord by Samuel. And David and all Israel went to Jerusalem, which is Jebus, where the Jebusites were, the inhabitants of the land. And the inhabitants of Jebus said to David, Thou shalt not come hither. Nevertheless, David took the castle of Zion, which is the city of David. Now we see here that the 12 tribes turned to King David in taking Mount Zion. And King David took the 12 tribes and their soldiers and took Mount Zion, which is at Jebus in Jerusalem. 2 Samuel talks about this account. 2 Samuel chapter 5 verse 7 says, Nevertheless, David took the stronghold of Zion, the same as the city of David. And we see that Mount Zion is mentioned again. And it's very important to look at the prophetic foreshadow of what occurred with David that will occur in the end in the book of Revelation. 1 Kings chapter 8 says, Then Solomon assembled the elders of Israel and all the heads of the tribes, the chief of the fathers of the children of Israel, unto King Solomon in Jerusalem, that they might bring up the ark of the covenant of the Lord out of the city of David, which is Zion. So we do see that Zion is the location of the city of David, in which where Christ will rule, and he will bring in the armies and take back Jerusalem, and he will set up his Davidic kingdom for 1,000 years. And this will be on Mount Zion. Revelation chapter 19 verse 19 says, And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to make war against him that sat on the horse and against his army. So we see here Christ returning, conquering to make war with the beast, who is at Jerusalem. And we know that Christ is the Son of David. Revelation chapter 22 verse 16 says, I, Jesus, have sent mine angel to testify unto you these things in the churches. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star. In Revelation chapter 5 verse 5, it says, And one of the elders said unto me, Weep not, behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book and to loose the 7 seals thereof. So it is here that we see that Christ is a root of David, the son of David, the Davidic heir to the promise. And he will bring the 144,000 in the armies of the Lord on the day of the Lord to battle against the beast and his armies, taking over Jerusalem just like Jebus in the end times. In the book of Revelation, chapter 14, verse 1, it says, And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion, and with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. In Revelation chapter 14, verse 4, it says, These are they which are not defiled with women, for they are virgins. These are they which follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. These were redeemed from among men, being the firstfruits unto God and to the Lamb. And this is the prophecy of the 144,000 armies sacking Jerusalem with the Davidic king Christ, just like the days of King David, where the armies of Israel gathered and took Jebus and took over Mount Zion. And this is the prophecy of Mount Zion.